The boys are officially back at Melwood beginning training this week, and league-wide testing has begun for the coronavirus, and there may be a change in the date for the restart. All that and much more. Let's get into it. What's up, Reds? Welcome to another video. I'm your host, Kyle, and if this is your first time here and you're a diehard LFC fan, go ahead and click that icon in your lower right-hand corner. A little subscribe button will pop out. You can subscribe to the channel that way, or just subscribe to the normal subscribe button down below. So the boys are officially returning to Melwood. We saw them all driving up in their Bentleys and their Rovers and all their ridiculously nice cars that I wish I had. But the reports are also saying that they did well in their quarantine training. A lot of them came in, and according to the initial tests, they're all in pretty good shape, so that's good news to hear. In case you missed it, because the boys are returning to training, this was a result of the Premier League unanimously voting to resume training this week. Now, this comes with some stipulations, okay? So there is a new protocol in place. We all know that the original date for return for Project Restart was going to be June 12th. That may not be the case anymore. They're still trying to push for that date, but stay tuned. I'll give you the details for that. So in order for these players to come back, the league is going to administer about 1,000 tests this week. Each player is going to be tested periodically, and the results should be back today. So we'll be on the lookout for that, and if any news drops or any crazy news, I'll be making a video about that. But at the time of recording, the players are back and they've been tested initially. They're just waiting on the results. So back to those guidelines. There's new guidelines in place. Like I said, the original start date was June 12th. Now we're looking at June 19th. What? Just listen, okay? So apparently the new protocol voted by the Premier League is that they're going to have 2 weeks of socially distanced training, right? Makes sense. And then they're going to have 3 weeks following that of normal training, full contact training and all that stuff in order to prepare for the league to restart. This puts us at about June 19th for the restart date. I don't know where this protocol came from. I was just reading it. I believe it was the Mirror. I'm not sure who it was, but June 19th is the new date. So is it June 12th or June 19th? We don't really know. Given that no one is tested positive, I'm assuming they're going to try to push the date to June 12th, but we don't know the results of this test. It could impact when the league restarts. If there's some positive tests, some of these players are going to have to be quarantined for about 2 weeks. So we don't know how that's going to impact the players. And if we're going based off of what Germany had, the results they had, they tested about 1,700 people and about 10 of those players were tested positive, and they still continued to go forward with the league. I wouldn't be surprised if some of these players tested positive. Of course, we do have players like Troy Deeney. He said he's not going back because he does have like a 5-month-old at home or a 5-year-old who has trouble breathing, and that's completely understandable. You can't blame some of these players for that. But in terms of them testing positive, we don't know. So of course, they're doing all the right things. All the right things are in place. Test every player. They're going to be tested in medical facilities at least twice a week. The big thing here is they're not taking resources away from the NHS. So that means one of the two criteria has been checked. They're not taking resources away from the NHS, and they're waiting for the league to resume when it's safe to do so. Those are the two things, the most important things. So if they keep testing players and players are remaining safe and there's not a lot of positive tests, we should be good to go for June 12th. But if there are some setbacks, we may be looking at June 19th. Be on the lookout for more news with that. So guys, if you enjoyed the news update for the week, hit that thumbs up button. If you're looking forward to the boys getting back at it, hit that thumbs up button as well. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed the video, hit the subscribe button down below. I really appreciate it. We're trying to get to 200 subscribers. We're almost at 150. So let's do it together, Reds. We can do it. So thanks for joining me in today's video, y'all.